Going.
Yeah, man.
So far, so good. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here, get a little chance to look around, let my eyeballs adjust. Notice I've already gone down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so it's about 30 steps down. So probably, what is that, 15 feet? Not super far. Stupid camera wants to face the light. The group just came out. I should ask them if there are any bats in here, so I know if I need to lower. Wow. So there's two ends to this cave. I'm facing south. Pretty sure that's easy. Nice and huge. Okay, but first, let me do a little looking around here. Excuse me. Yeah. Usually I like to come here in the when it's dark, because then when I'm facing back at the entrance, the natural light doesn't screw me up. But long story short, I slept in today. Wow, it's a long story. Yeah, it's a little bit pretty. All right, since there's nobody here, I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and go through the tunnel that way my lights don't blind them. The cave here, as you can see, is maybe 30 feet wide, 15 feet tall. Not super big cave. I'm passing a rock pile now. Notice ahead how the floor is very smooth on the right and kind of smooth on the left, but then it's very rough in the middle. That's normal for a lava tube like this. As you can see, I've only gone a few dozen feet. Okay, maybe 100 feet, but yeah. Now I'm gonna pan up so you can see how uneven the ceiling is. Fascinating. Let's see here. I'm shooting with two cameras at once to save time. So this one I'm shooting with two cameras and two lights to make it twice as fast, twice as good, hopefully. See how it goes. This is a nice cave. So far, both my flashlights are behaving. I got two spares, but obviously it's a lot simpler for me if I can keep using two good ones instead of having to switch to backups. It's very dusty in here. I'm not sure how much of that is normal and how much of it is from people trampling through here. This is a very busy cave. It's one of the closest caves to Bend, Oregon, which has lots of people. People want to get out and explore the outdoors. So they trample through this cave. Notice here, the floor on the right is flat, but on the left, it's sloped upward. There's a reason for that. The answer is simple. This cave is made of rock. It's mostly what you might call solid rock, obviously as opposed to liquid rock. But it's also solid rock as opposed to having a bunch of holes. But notice ahead of me on the ceiling and the wall, what do you see? Cracks. So now you know where all that dirt came from. It leaked right in from above. In fact, if I owned this place, you know what I'd probably do is like run a garden hose up on top, see where the water leaks through. Yeah, don't do that. That was a joke. Anyway, notice how uneven the wall here is. Just a matter of how it solidified as it cooled. So now the ceiling is getting a bit lower. It's less than 10 feet here. The cave is still close to 30 feet wide. The floor is a bit uneven too. Jeez, got an obstacle course in here. I'm gonna pan up so you can enjoy the ceiling as much as I am. So you notice up here, directly above me, it's almost round and very textured. So that's like, you know, natural kind of ceiling as it's solidified. And then over here, I'll pan down. Notice the brown part, that's where it solidified and it broke down, like pieces fell down. So that's where there's a big pile of rocks on the floor. The ceiling fell down onto the floor. So we call that breakdown, because the cave literally did break down. In fact, that's pretty much the way in and out of most caves, is a breakdown through the ceiling. Okay, no sign of bats yet. I have pretty bright flashlights, so if I do see a bat, I'll have to lower the brightness of my flashlights. But this is such a busy cave that I don't know if I've ever seen a bat in this cave, actually. I lose track of that sort of thing. Sometimes I see lots of bats. Sometimes I don't. I lose track of all the different caves where I have not seen bats. Notice the walls, about 2 feet tall, they have sort of a sidewalk. Oh, shoot. Sometimes if it's really high, they call it a balcony. Or sometimes lower. Shoot, I forgot the name. But there is a name for that. It's basically the way it flowed. Notice how wide it is here. Like 40 feet wide. How the ceiling is pretty browns and stuff. It's all perfectly normal.